Hello, I'm Claire from Created the Ottaway. I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up! In the UK. Thank you for joining me today. I've got a lovely little make. I first saw it on a fellow demonstrator's YouTube page, Meg Lovin. So if you go and have a look at her tutorial, she's made the most beautiful card with Blackberry Beauty and Nature's Harvest. Who doesn't love a bit of Nature's Harvest? This was my first attempt at making hers, so I also did mine with Nature's Harvest. It uses quite a lovely big piece of the designer series paper, so you really get to show both sides of the paper, and it also uses one of my very favourite die sets, Stitched So Sweetly, so you get these lovely layering effect on your die cuts as well. And the ribbon actually comes out full length, so it ties up nicely but also looks lovely when it's closed and folds flat, fits in a standard size card. So I've resized it ever so slightly, and I have used, now let me get this right, Painted Christmas for my one. So this was my first go at making it. I've die cut some of the shapes, the holly and the pine needles, and this lovely little cone from the Christmas Seasons die set. And again, the paper is so beautiful on both sides. You really get to show both sides. So we're going to make this one tonight, and I've got a couple of pieces of designer series paper left over. If I get the sizes first so that you can make a note of those, we just want a few pieces. One piece of designer series paper, that is 11.5 by 6, and then a couple of pieces of base card that coordinates with your designer series paper. Stampin' Up! Are brilliant at that. When you get your pack of pretty papers, if you look on the back, it will always show you what colours are needed to coordinate perfectly. So it's like a win-win. So these are the two colours that I've got left. Hopefully you've got that. I've got these colours left. Now, I've got to admit they're not my favourite. That's why they're left. You know, there's always the ones that you don't dislike, but they're always left at the end, and then you struggle to use them. Well, this is perfect for that. So which pattern shall we choose this evening? I quite like, let's look at the other side. I do like that. That's a really nice jolly colour, but that's equally as nice. I think we're going to go proper Christmassy, and let's use this. Okay, so I'm going to get my paper trimmer. Now this I know is actually half a piece of 12 by 12, so I already know that it's 12 by 6. I am just going to double check that though. What is it they say with fabric? Measure twice and cut once. Yeah, that's 12. So I'm going to move it along to 11.5 and just cut a little sliver off of the end. Okay, so there's that tiny little sliver. We're not really going to use that on this project. So I'm going to put that to one side, and we're going to do some scoring. So on the same piece of designer series paper, we are going to score at 1 3/4. So make sure your blade's out the way and you're just scoring 1 3/4, 4 3/4, score again, and then lastly 7 3/4. Okay, so that's that. Okay, and then remove that cutting blade out the way, and we can fold this. Now, here's the hard bit. You've got to decide which way round you want your paper. So I think I am going to have it this way round, which what I will explain in a moment. So if you fold it along like that, so that's going to be the inside of your card. So this is the piece you're going to see on the outside, and then as you open it up, you're going to see that side. Now, if you want it the other way, so that that's the inside, you just fold it back that way instead. So it's like that. And now I'm stuck, because I actually think that looks nice as well. Which do you think? That looks nice when you open it. Right, let's stick to our first. So bring it back so that this piece is folded in. And that's actually the inside of our card. So now we're going to work on the back or the base of our card. So if I bring that over, if you notice on the back bit, there's two pieces of card here that are going to frame this designer series paper. So I've got some choices here. Let's have a look. Which ones do I think are going to match? Now that is the same as this, so that's soft succulent, so that's quite nice. But I do quite like the fact that this red will frame it. That gives it quite a nice thing. Let's just try a different colour. So this colour, no, I don't think that goes at all. What about this one? No, I'm definitely thinking the real red and the soft succulent. So the sizes of these space card is 4 by 6 1/4. They're both exactly the same at the moment. So once I've decided which one is going to be the back and which one is going to make the frame, I need to trim the frame so it's slightly smaller. So they start off at 4 by 6 1/4, but I'm going to cut it to 3 7/8. So we do need our cutting blade for that. 3 7/8, so it's ever such a thin sliver. And 6 1/8. Now I have to put the arm out on this to get to the 1/8. 6 1/8. And again, that's a really tiny sliver that I'm cutting off. Okay. If I bring that back over, that will go just framed in there. I don't know if you can see that, but it just frames the whole thing. So I'm going to glue that down straight away. So let's put some glue on the back of this real red piece. There's nothing else needed on this, so it really does come together really quite quickly. So I'm just making sure there's a piece of soft succulent framing all the way around. Okay, so this bit's going to go on here, but I'm not going to stick it down yet because I need to do the ribbon as well. So I've got some of the gold ribbon, some of the shimmer. Okay, that's that. And then maybe to go with the red frame, I should have some of the real red. It's the double stitched satin ribbon. Now, I don't know that you can see this on camera, but it really is shiny and it's got a lovely stitch detail along the either edge. Now, you do need quite a bit of ribbon. Let's go with the real red. And you need about 18 inches. So if you've got some of the Stampin' Up! Good paper, you can measure along 16 inches straight away. Okay, and then just add another couple of inches, and then I'm just going to cut that off. Okay. And the reason that you don't stick this on is because that is going to go behind there, and that will hold that in place like that, and that will come across like so. So that's that bit. Then the Stitch So Sweetly, I've got 2 of the second biggest size, so 2 of those, and you could actually have 3, but I'm going to go with a smaller one that's going to go underneath. So this one is going to go on the front there, okay, and then you're going to open that up. That one's going to go on there, like so, and this one is going to go on that piece. So now we need to think about what sentiments. So if you move those out the way for a minute, I've got inspired thoughts. I really like wishing you all the beautiful gifts of Christmas. I think that's a lovely sentiment. And then I've got some of these sentiments in here I really like as well. The Christmas to Remember set. Friends like you, I really like that. And may this be a Christmas to remember. And they sort of go together with the fonts. So I think I might use those. Shall we use a soft succulent? Let's see if we can find that. No, I've already got there's quite a lot of the ink pads out already. So let's have a look. Actually, early espresso would go quite nice as well, wouldn't it? So if I bring those colours back in, it's all about the coordination. So that would go quite nice. Red. My mum always used to say it's rude to write in red, so I don't tend to stamp in red very often. That's not. Green, garden green, no, I think that's a bit too much. That would go, so I'm quite liking that, the soft succulent. Now, which do you think? Should we go with soft succulent? Because I think that's a bit more subtle. Okay. So let's get my ink pad. And I'm going to have two big sentiments. So let's have a look. May this Christmas, let's do friends, the friends one. I like that one. So this is the sentiment that says, friends like you make this season. Now I always put my stamps on at an angle, just so that it stops my eye trying to line up the edge and I concentrate on the stamp instead, if that makes sense. And then, so let's cross the fingers. Friends like you make this season. Now that goes really nice. Okay, and then the second sentiment is, may this be a Christmas to remember. So again, that's really nice. Put it on at an angle. Just make sure there's nothing on there. And stamp that. That's really nice. The fonts, because the fonts are the same, that's really going to go well. And then this one, the middle, the really small one, let's have a look at this sentiment from the Inspired Thoughts fits on. So wishing you all the beautiful gifts of Christmas. Yes, it will. So we're going to put that one on as well. Okay. So that is going to be on the back. Oh, that's a really nice contrast, isn't it? I like that. Okay, now let's start putting this together. So we've got our 3 sentiments, put them to one side. We've got our card here. So we've got the bases already. And we're going to stick this on. So we are going to fold the ribbon in half. So one piece goes behind the back, like so. And one piece comes across the front. And just make sure that they're equal length. Now I am going to put some double-sided tape on the back of this to keep my ribbon in place. So I've just torn that with my fingers because no one's going to see it. I don't need to make it really straight and accurate, and I'm just going to help that stick on. Okay, so before I stick anything down, I'm just going to check the position of my ribbon. Okay, it needs to probably be moved back a bit, which I can do. Okay. So I'm making it look far more tricky than it is. Okay. So get the 2 edges of your ribbon equal, like so, and then bring your ribbon down to where your sticky strip is, like so. And you've stuck it the wrong way round. Oh dear, is it really Friday night? Okay, let's pull that off because we can still do that. Okay, that's going to go that way round. Okay, and that's a very sticky bit of ribbon now. So let me do that so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I've made the ribbon equal. Now I'm trying to find the sticky strip on the back, like so. And now that's ready to stick on. So let's do that. Now we've got the ribbon the right way around. Okay, so you can use Tombow glue, you can use double-sided tape if you prefer, whatever is your go-to. Okay, so I'm just going to bring that round again and place that on. And I'm just making sure there's a nice border of the red all the way round. And just going to press that on a little bit firmer. Okay, so that's that. Okay, yep, so that works. Now I need to decide which sentiment is going on the front. Friends or May This Be a Christmas. I think I'm going to put Friends, and I'm just going to stick it so it's just on this tab. So I'm going to put some dimensionals down this edge. So get my dimensionals. I'm just going to put 3 on, I think. I think that is enough. And I want the ribbon to sort of come in between. So there. So the ribbon will be in between the 2 bottom dimensionals. Okay. Nearly there, girls. So that's going to go about there. So it is the centre of the card and it frames it. Now for the next one, I want it to be directly behind. So what I'm going to do is put some glue on one half because I think it's going to overhang again. But I'm actually going to put it on there like so that it exactly matches. And then I'm going to bring that over to there. Okay, so what happens is when I open the first one, that one is directly behind it. Okay, and then with this one, because it's smaller, you don't have to worry quite so much about your positioning. So I'm just going to lift that up and put it in the centre. So it's just got enough room all the way round, but it's still hidden. Okay, and that's that one. And then, like I said, I already have die cut some of these pieces to put on the front. So let's build those up. I definitely think we need a fir cone or 2. So should we start with that? Let's put a fir cone right on the edge there. Okay, so I'm just sticking it to the front stitch so sweetly, and I think I actually want another one down there as well, but I'm going to overhang it a bit. So I'm just using a dimensional and just, it's stuck to the front but still allows for it to open. And then I think they're a bit too light, those pieces, but these pieces are ideal. So let's see, get rid of the lighter bits. And then I think there's also some of these pieces as well. So let's put some of these in to fill it out. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue on the back of those and just push them in place where I think they should be. And then maybe another one along there. Okay, let's see. So that overhangs again, like that. and then fill in the other bits with these. So put some greenery there, put one definitely up the side there, because that will definitely go there. And then I feel like I need one here as well, but that's got a bit too much white on it. Let's have a look at this one. That might need a dimensional to higher it up. Let's have a look where the berries are going to go. Maybe it's the berries that need to be somewhere. Maybe it does need a light green bit. You're allowed to change your mind. I'm not sure. Not the light green. Let's have a look at this one again. Maybe another one of those. No, let's do a bit of this. Let's see, let's put it on there. I'm going to sort of overlap it a bit, like so. And I'm going to put some berries. Where would the berries go? I think they would sort of be poking out. I'm going to put them there. Just on there. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. So there's my card. So what happens is you open your card, just open it with a ribbon, and it unfolds all the way. Let's have a look. Like so. Okay. Ta-da! Where's the other one we made as well? So that's also the Christmas season one. So this is, that's what it is. It's slightly sticking on that dimensional. So that one comes open like that, like so, and then folds closed, and you bring it back, and then you can tie that in a bow or whatever you want there. Not that the greatest at bows, but there you go. That's not too bad. And then this is the other one that I made earlier. So 2 beautiful cards from the Christmas season set and the painted Christmas DSP. I hope you've enjoyed watching. It's a lovely little make to use your designer series paper and show both sides. Perfect for Christmas and does stand up like so. Really lovely to gift to somebody. I hope you've liked watching the video. If you have, click subscribe, and I try and do a video every week. I'd really love to see your make, so if you feel like sharing with me, it's createdtheotterway@gmail.com, and I'll see you soon. Bye.